No mistake to my enemies, I can feel his name. When he's taking body of his last birthday, worst days, you the last one. I'm in first place, birthdays. Knowing that the bitch really good with you. You slid down my block, you got hit. Let's see how I get these niggas. Look, I don't fuck with no nigga got his new. All things, old rules, new tools, old rules. Bang dudes, respect. Yeah, it was like that. Nigga, no, solitaire. Right on the test. No regret, no admit. What's out there, no fucking man? I've been trying to fool with me. What the fucking thing? I'm a red. Please tell me what. If you want a red, put down in the waterfront. He is such a lot of things. Living big, you got a bad bitch, but a waiting shirt. I didn't really like what they couldn't know. Same time, big embarrassed when I'm in your region. You niggas be treating me. You know I know me. Little boy, you a fucking nigga. What you reading? I'm on Robert Green tonight. Night time, little guy. Better luck next time. Maybe they. That's what how they gonna. I got on the bed. Now they saying that the front back. Ray can't talk that. You don't know about that. You ain't really living this. You just know about that. Never been in jail. Never got a fucking case. You ain't talking like you drilling niggas almost every day. Video fuck niggas, all friends, no days. Maybe with them young demons, real ones, no legs, no legs. It's exactly what it is. You don't want to other shit. You get arrested because you a snitch. You a snitch. Nigga, why you lie to the community? We told you as a fraud, nigga. You get no immunity. This is the West Coast bringing it back. A special shout out to Samuel Samuel and my brother, Red Dragon. This be the best and fuck the rest. The time has come to wake up, wake up. Everyone, wake up. It's time to wake up.
Welcome, everybody, to Prolific Expression. YouTube land, I'm here. It's been, there's times where you really got to think about what to say in words that the Homo sapien could understand. And there's times that you figure certain ways to say it. Now, last week, I did residency in Base One. And what that means is living in for a week in Las Vegas with Base One, which is the IMC Nation founder, AZD, and the Guardians, and live with them for a week to see how the movement between a strong brotherhood connection, energy, goal, move as one organism. And when that happens, your level of awareness explodes. And that's what happened to me every single day that I was there. Every single night that we would go out, there was so many moments of revelation, so many moments of things. Now, if I could describe the feeling of being there with all the brothers, was, I said this on Yogi's podcast, Captain Chris, it's like being in a Thanksgiving atmosphere with family. You go, you see, you greet each other, and you do your thing. It was the feeling of an ice cold, fresh, a refreshing glass of water after a long day's working in the sun. The feeling was of looking a kid smile, looking at a pretty girl smile, looking at a man earn his meal, those are the feelings that come to mind. And you learn a lot. You learn a lot being around men that are in the same path. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about, I'm trying to put this in certain language that you two could understand. However, like I was saying, being around uh, the tribe of men I was with is really life changing. It's like I'm gonna use this analogy also that I used in Captain Chris. Is like biohacking. You know, as a man, you're suffering out there. My brothers, I know you guys are suffering out there because I was suffering. I was suffering a lot. However, after being on this path, which is biohacking of the soul, I don't know if you guys seen a show on Gaia called Biohacking, which means this guy that did studies on his body and what to eat, what not to eat in order for him to heal. Now, I see that as IMC Nation. That's biohacking for your soul. Your soul is unhealthy. It's hurting. It's it's many things. So when you go to residency in base one and you are around these men and you study, you begin to heal your soul. And once you begin to heal your soul, you could be at peace. And once you're at peace, you begin to spread the wisdom or whatever you want to call it out there to YouTube land. And from what I see out there is everybody's soul is like in stage 4 cancer. Everybody's literally hanging on the thread of life. Their soul is hanging on the thread of life. Their soul is hanging on the thread of life. Young man. So in order to save your soul, I say soul, your spirit, your beingness, whatever you want to call it, in order to heal it and be okay with what happens around you, you got you have to do certain things that are uncomfortable. However, once you go through it, you will come out a very strong version of you will come out with what you already are. You know, you will be you will be all those layers that are preventing you from living your life and being who you are being peeled off. Every day, being there at base one, I'll get peeled off, peeled off, peeled off. Or being in class, it peels off, peels off, peels off. And like I said, once that happens, you begin to understand life better, understand yourself better, and understand people better. And you begin to see things you didn't see before. So the first step is to heal yourself, young man, young lady. Heal yourself. Once you heal yourself, you will be able to heal your loved ones. So by going to base one, I gave this analogy also. Your vitamin A, there's vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin blah blah blah. In biohacking, there's vitamin D. There's a vitamin D. That's the main one. And you take that one in order for all the other vitamins to work. So IMC Nation wisdom or studying here is like the vitamin D. You go, you study, you go, you do residency, you do all that in order for the vitamins of the outs of life can go in your essence and begin to work. And when that happens, you'll be more lively, you'll live better, you'll be unbothered, and you will be you will exude energy into the world instead of trying to take energy from the world. You will, man, I'm just trying to figure out words of that I could do that. So as my soul was not up to par, it was not doing well. I've studied, gone to every camp, did residency, been around AZD and the Guardians, and I was been honored and privileged to be around in the beginning stages over there in San Jose, so I could see where everything is, so all the dots are beginning to get connected. So those seeds were planted in my head, and I just kept watering them. And as I kept watering them, they are finally, not finally, they are beginning to sprout. And now I'm here sprouting all this knowledge, all all this wisdom from life acquired because of that key vitamin ingredient, vitamin, quote unquote, DAIC, IMC Nation. And that's why I'm here today speaking to you guys from my experience. Now, I could be here and be all loud and all that. I've done that before. You know, I could be here and be relaxed. Now, I could actually speak in a certain way and not care if I sound weird or any of that. And that's a freedom you will not get anywhere else. That's a freedom that not even the celebrities have. I don't see no celebrity having this type of freedom. In my opinion, even some, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Some celebrities, they don't, there's a lot of guys that say a lot of shit. However, underneath, it's still looking for some type of acceptance. I'm not looking for that. I, as long as have the acceptance of IMC Nation, which is my brotherhood, and God. And the reason I say IMC Nation because these men have are on the same path and have guided me through this. And nobody does it alone. Everybody, no human being has done anything alone, and I'm no exception. And nobody does it alone. Whether you have your mother, your father, someone that takes care of you, or God Himself, or whoever, the universe, whoever you believe in, nobody has done this alone. And whoever says that is wrong, is lying, and I don't believe them. You know what I mean? So let's see where. Am I even live on YouTube? Oh, there we go. So I know it's Monday today. It's Monday, March 11th, 2024. You know, I would come here and do it's Monday, Monday. You know, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna do it. I'm just giving you a different side that's coming out, that's speaking to you calmly and relaxed. So yes, YouTube land, young man, young lady, if if you if you look, being in pain is part of life. Okay? So take it on the chin, young man, young lady. Take that pain in the chin, face it, and say, okay, let's move forward. Now, happiness, take it on the chin too. That one's much easier to take, right? You'll probably go like this, you know? Take it, move forward. Sadness, take it, move forward. It's not just how could I put this? All fun and games. However, it becomes that once once you get to a certain level of awareness, like everything is funny. It's a joke. Like the Joker said, why so serious? There's so many people out there that are so serious. I'll laugh at anything. I laugh at myself all the time. I laugh at my surroundings all the time. No, and it's enjoyable. Life's enjoyable. I really enjoy the ups and downs of life. And getting to this point is a blessing because of IMC Nation. Now I'm gonna give you another analogy that I've said before. When there was a certain moment in time, it was where I felt like something lifted off my shoulders. It's like walking in the desert. There's nothing in sight. You're walking, you're walking, you're walking. There's a sandstorm. You keep walking. You don't know if you're gonna make it. You're thirsty. Your lips are chapped. Your mouth is dry. Your tongue is cracked from the dryness. Your eyes are beginning to feel like dry. You could feel the atmosphere extracting the water around you. You keep walking. You keep walking because you're not a quitter. You're not gonna submit to to the anti-survival, if that makes any sense. So you keep walking forward, you keep walking forward, and then you see what looks like a big, beautiful well with a little bucket in the middle. It's beautiful, and behind that, there's birds, there's trees, there's beautiful sky and everything, and yet you're in the sunstorm, and you keep walking, and you don't know if it's a mirage or not. Yet you still go, and you don't care. You keep going and going and going. You keep walking, and then you fall to your knees because of your dehydration. Yeah, you fall. You don't matter. You start falling. You keep going and going and going and going, and you get to that well. you you grab by the sides and you go up, and then you look down and you see the fresh, beautiful water. You can smell it. It smells like life. It smells like the most refreshing thing you've ever smelled. You go down there and you go with your hand to reach down for that water all the way down. It doesn't reach. You see the bucket. Okay, you grab the bucket and you roll it down. You start rolling it down. This is just extra. So once you get that water, it's going to be even more. That water comes up, and then you look at it and is this real? Grab it with your hand. And you look at it and you go, life goes into you. And that to me is what IMC Nation is. Life for the soul, nutrients for the soul, water, well water for the dry soul, dehydrated soul, water for the dehydrated soul. Drink it, starts giving you life. Boom, there you go. And that's the best analogy that I could think of from IMC. That is the feeling of you taking that water and feeding that dehydrated soul. So that dehydrated soul, keep watering it, and it's gonna be all right. Oh man. Anyways, thank you for joining Prolific Expression. This expression was brought to you by me. Anyways, thank you everybody for joining. Until next time.